Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Reezons back once again. I said I was gonna, be making more videos, and here I am. This video is just a little discussion, a little couple comments, maybe a little bit of ranting that I have as far as the video game industry goes. Um, I guess I'll start by describing, what brought about this video. I've always been a Nintendo fan, and probably always will be a Nintendo diehard fan. That is my company that I stick with. I love their games, I love their franchises, and I've always loved their consoles. That's not to say that I hate on the other competitors. I like Sony. I got a Sony PS3. Sony PS3 is the first PlayStation, believe it or not, that I actually like and I enjoy. I didn't like the PlayStation 2. Couldn't stand that system. I didn't really care much for the PlayStation 1. I got one in the closet there just for collectors reasons. Microsoft, 360 is alright. I just don't think it's reliable. I have an original Xbox. I enjoyed some games on that, but always been a Nintendo fan, man. And I've had my Wii since launch day. I camped out for this console, all right, and I'm very satisfied with the game library that they have thus far. I'm very satisfied with games like Galaxy, Mario Galaxy, the Conduit, love it. Mario Strikers, Mario Kart, Zelda Twilight Princess, Metroid Prime. I like Ghostbusters on the Wii. I like Sims Castaway. I like Endless Ocean. Love that. Can't wait for the sequel. I love the Wii. I love the games. But it's just in the last year or so, I'm just seeing how behind Nintendo is with the Wii in a lot of aspects. Yes, they're ahead in sales, even though the two systems, especially Sony, is catching up. Especially in Japan, last two sales figures I've seen in Japan has been led by Sony, not Nintendo, which is amazing. But they're ahead in sales and they're ahead in all that, and they're the most popular console, hands down. But they are very underpowered. The console is very underpowered, and I have to be honest, and if anybody from Nintendo happens to see this video, this is not a hate video, but this is just a faithful, loyal customer since the 80s. Since the late 80s, I've been a Nintendo fan and always had their consoles. I've owned all the consoles. At one point or another, I had all the handhelds. So right now, I have all the main consoles in my house. And the Wii is the worst quality console Nintendo has ever put out. And it's kind of following the trend because, right up until the 64, around there, Nintendo had this seal of quality that they would only allow certain games on their console, the best made games. And in the GameCube and Wii, that started to fall off. Well, now it seems that they're following that trend in the production of their consoles, because the Wii is the only Nintendo console that I've ever owned that I've had to take in for repairs, number one, and that even after repairs has given me other issues, number two. All right, and I play the Wii a lot, but I played the GameCube and the 64 more intensely, to the point that those consoles got so hot that you could fry eggs on them, and they never gave me a problem. And my GameCube, the one that I own today, is refurbished. I bought it refurbished, and it still has never given me a problem. Whereas this Wii was brand new out of the box, and I've had to send it into Nintendo and be charged $70 to fix, to repair. I think it was the main circuit board and the main drive. That's unacceptable to me. All right, that's number one. And number two is, after that, I get it back. I've had it back for about 2 months now, and I'm noticing the other day, yesterday as a matter of fact, I went to go play some of my many virtual console titles that I have on an SD card. Right, and that SD card's always been in my console. It's never left my console, save for the time when I took it out to send the system into repair, and I kept it in a safe place. It's not locked, nothing's wrong with it. I put it in, all the games show up on my SD menu, and when I go to play the games, it says this channel cannot be launched on this Wii console. It gives me that error message. That's never happened before. I try to move it to the Wii system memory. This channel cannot be moved to this Wii console. I call Nintendo support line. They have no idea what in the heck I'm talking about. After a couple of minutes on the phone, knowing I'm not going to get any help, I decided, the only way that I'm going to get by this is to erase all these games, all 30 plus titles that I have on my SD and on the other cards, and re-download them. Go sit there and go through the hassle of deleting each one, re-downloading each one, and testing it to make sure that it works. That's unacceptable, Nintendo. That's not the Nintendo that I grew up knowing and loving and relying on and trusting. That's garbage, okay? And I'm actually in a discussion right now on GameBro.com with some dude who goes by the name of Nintendo's, obviously a Nintendo fanboy out of his mind, will not give props to the other systems whatsoever. Will defend Nintendo to the death, even if they royally rape him. Like, it's ridiculous. But I'm in a discussion with this dude, trying to get him to see the fact that the Wii is the worst console Nintendo's ever released. Not success-wise, not gaming library-wise. I'm talking about quality. You know, the durability, the way it's made, the technology involved. It's underpowered and it's the worst console they have released. Okay, in all of marketing, in all of products, and all of, you know, just, yeah, marketing, and all of consumer products and all that, standards are what the majority of the industry is doing. If the majority of the industry makes their product in such a way with such and such features, that is the industry standard. If somebody does not go with the industry standard and goes off their own and does their own thing, that's fine, but they are not following the industry standard. And that's one thing I've always loved about Nintendo. Nintendo's always done their own thing, and for the most part, with the exception of Virtual Boy and sticking with cartridge on the N64, and now the Wii, the things that I'm about to mention, it's pretty much worked out for them except for those things. And I love that about Nintendo. But in this console generation, the Xbox 360 came out before both consoles. It came out with a hard disk drive right off the bat. It came out with HD graphics right off the bat, and wireless controllers right off the bat. The PS3 and Wii launched in the same weekend, November 16th and 19th in 2006. The PS3 launched with HD graphics right off the bat. Wireless controllers right off the bat. Hard disk drive right off the bat. And then the Nintendo Wii came out. And it came out without without a hard disk drive, without HD graphics. It is basically a GameCube with a little bit of power added, you know, in layman's terms. Great control scheme, great revolutionary effort by Nintendo on revitalizing the gaming industry with a brand new way to play, more immersive. Yeah, I'm with that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, out of the three main competitors in the industry, 2 out of the 3, the majority, came out with hard disk drive, HD graphics, and wireless controllers right off the bat, and booming online communities right off the bat. And the odd man out is Nintendo. I don't care what anybody says, it may just be 3, but if 2 out of the 3 give you a hard disk drive, HD graphics, online capabilities, and all that, that is now the industry standard. Nintendo is the odd man out because they chose to not give you really they don't give you an online community. They give you online capabilities, but no online community. No hard disk drive. They want you to use flash memory, which is garbage. Then they give you no HD. They give you 480p, the highest resolution you can get on the Wii. I love Nintendo, man, and I enjoy the Wii, but you're not going to sit here and tell me that that is not an underpowered, poorly made console when you stack it up to powerhouses like the 360 and the PlayStation 3. It just, I'm sorry. You know, it's the only console from Nintendo I've ever had to send in to get repaired. And then after it gets repaired, it gets me an issue where I have to go through the hassle of finding out, is there anything wrong with my SD card? Okay, there's not. It's not locked. Putting it back in. Why can't I play the games? Okay, let me delete each one by one and go through the process of re-downloading them to be able to test them and see if they work, and then set it up how I want on my system memory and on my SD card, when I wouldn't have to go through that garbage if I had a hard disk drive. Because everything on my Wii system memory played fine. On my SD card, they did not play. And my SD card was fine because after I deleted and re-downloaded it, they all played off my SD card. So it's obviously some type of error on Nintendo's side. A memory update that didn't come through or something. And I have the latest update from the Wii. You know, that just, to me, as a Nintendo fan, if anybody from Nintendo watches this, please, don't make consoles like this anymore. And now I hear that for the next generation, Nintendo's not looking for HD. They're looking for something in between HD and SD. You know, high definition and standard definition. Something in between. That's what you got on the Wii with 480p. That's not a difference. Nintendo, if you make your next console, make it with HD graphics, 1080p, give us an online community, give us a hard disk drive, give us everything that everyone else gives their supporters. I mean, that's all. You know what I'm saying? That's that video. That's all I'm gonna do for this video. Again, I'm not hating on Nintendo. I love Nintendo. Nintendo's my favorite console. It's my favorite company. I play more of the Wii than I do the PS3 most of the time. Lately, I've been playing a lot more PS3 because there's a lot of games that I like on the PS3 right now. Nothing really happening on the Wii, but the Wii's my system of choice. But I'm not gonna sit here and defend it to the death on everything like certain people that I've seen. No, it is the most underpowered system. It is poorly made, especially not just in comparison to the 2 other systems, but in comparison to past Nintendo systems. It is poorly made. It's not durable, and it's just the worst that they've done quality-wise. So God bless y'all. Hit me up, leave comments, do your thing. All right, good.